I record all my mentoring sessions just for that purpose, really. So just to let you know.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for taking the time to look through that, listen to that 20-minute voice recording. Oh my God, it was like hell. And I'm sure you've been there before, not exact same situation, but something like that.
Yeah, something similar. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I have read through your questions and I can answer as many as I possibly can, because what I normally do is probably have about 3 questions and I go through them in depth. Can you still hear me? Because your screen's frozen.
Oh, I only heard you say I have read through and then it cut off.
Right. All right. Yeah. So I've read through your questions.
Great.
And I'm going to basically probably speed answer as many as I can, because I usually probably get about 3 questions, which I answer in more depth, which is fine. Yeah. It's fine. I didn't tell you how many. I just asked you what questions you've got. So it's fine. So I'm going to probably answer a couple of them with one answer, which will cover a couple of your questions.
Okay, great.
Right.
I think the most important one is like about the fleas. I'm still itching now. I don't have fleas in my house, but it's really like, it's been traumatic. Or how to avoid that in the future, like maybe there's worms, or, you know, and how to avoid any parasitic situation or anything. I did have one other bad experience where I used to get people to pay afterwards. So I've complete the sit and they do 50%, but now they all pay up front because she was really horrible and blackmailing me and threatening me, and it was horrendous. So that was my other bad experience, but I learned from that.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is where a lot of it comes from, is from learning on the job. That's where a lot of my terms and conditions have come from. They've come from 18 years of living and breathing pet sitting. Yeah. So I can help with putting clauses in your terms and conditions that'll help future things. Yeah, they're not foolproof. They can't prove against everything, but they will help you make it clear what you will and won't do on a sit and what you're prepared to put up with, so the clients know. So everybody knows before a sit starts. There's 2 versions. Number 1 is the basic terms and conditions that I'll share with anybody because they're not mine. Some of the clauses are, but I am not sharing all my hard-earned experience for nothing, because it's come at a price. So there's a starter one, and that's like 28 quid for the starter. Perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable. Then there's another set that's 59, and that's got all my own terms and conditions, all my clauses, and it's got the vet release forms in. It's got other templates in it. So that is just 59, and it will save you so much time and nattering and everything. So it's entirely up to you if you want either of them. Right, that basically covers your question number 1, which is your contract. I call it a terms and conditions. People call it terms of service or contract. Yeah. To me, the T's and C's. So number 1, that covers that. I can offer them. Those are the prices. Number 2, pet meet in person. Yeah. Right. To be clear, I will give you advice, but I will be straight to the point, and
I respect that.
I won't pussyfoot about you with all most respect in the world. I'm not like that. So right, at the pet meet in person, you're there partly to get the client, the pet owner, to feel comfortable with you. That's number 1. Number 2, you are there to make a decision as to whether you want to go back. Yeah. So while you're talking to the owner, like I said, like I said, the pet meet in person is ask to look around. Another thing you can do is while you're there, just saying, if you do think it's going ahead, the client looks happy, you seem to want to do the sit. There's another thing you can do is ask them just casually, can you show me the room that I'll be staying in?
Yeah, that's a good one.
and then they'll show you upstairs. It's likely to be upstairs, so you can see what the stairs carpet's like. Does a banister feel clean when you walk upstairs? Have a glance at any doors that are open, so you can look inside where the bathroom might be, where they might sleep, and then have a look. You'll get an idea of what, if it's clustered, if there's grime, the curtains are flipping too sticky to even open. You'll see all this, and then you can just casually say, thank you very much, that's fine, and then run a mile.
Yeah. Oh, you're so right. The carpet should have been the giveaway in this other house. Oh, it's horrendous. And I actually got my partner to come over for, I'm always doing it as well, but because I can't really lift anything, I have a back issue anyway, long story. But he comes over because he doesn't want to see me living in that like that. It's ridiculous. Like I'm not a cleaner, you know? And so I don't want to do that again, even though I love the animals.
It's hard because you want to do it for the animals, but it, like I say, it's the client that benefits. You don't benefit, the pets don't benefit. They'll just be back to normal.
Yeah, and like you said, they shouldn't have pets. They definitely shouldn't have that puppy that they have in your house.
No, they shouldn't have that 10-month-old pup. No.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Right, that's the pet meat. The vet forms. Number 3 was about the vet forms. The vet forms I include in that second lot. You know, the £59 one. You've got vet forms in there. You've not only got vet forms for accidents, like emergencies.
Yeah.
What I've also included, which I don't think anybody else does, is a long-term one. Because what I found is I might go to a sit and the dog's fine. It's not senior or anything like that, but it's had a long-term condition and it's been fine for years. And then suddenly something will happen. It's usually at a sit and it'll flare up. And you need to know what to do in that situation as well. So it might be that it is senior and it's perfectly fine, all running around and all happy. And then when you get to a sit, it's just decided that I've had enough with life and I'm going. And it might pass away just from general old age while you're there.
You'd need that.
It can happen, and it has happened to me. So have a release form where it's not an emergency, it's just something that happens to have happened while you've been at a sit.
Right, okay.
So for them, because it might be that they need to give you permission to euthanize the dog.
Right, okay.
And it's rare. That is very rare that they would need to do that in an emergency. Well, it's unlikely they'd put it down in an emergency unless it was really, really bad. But if it's long-term illness and it's a senior dog and it just happens to be that time of life, and they've gone away, then it's best to have a vet release form that says this has happened, and they have to give you permission to actually put it down if it's necessary.
Yeah, that's really good.
So that's included as well, because that's something that happened as well. So these vet release forms and everything are all in that full toolkit. So that's that. You've asked about where do I draw the line at cleaning? Right, now I would never have ever have done what you did at that sit.
No.
I would have basically unfortunately put them in kennels because they'd have been safer in kennels, although they didn't have kennel cough, but that's in my terms and conditions anyway. They would have had kennel cough as I wouldn't have gone. And I would have put them in kennels and left immediately.
Yeah.
And they have to pay for the kennels because that's your fault. That's their fault, not yours.
Of course, they already paid.
That's the stuff like that is all in my terms. Where if I feel that the sit's not suitable, or they've told me the dog is friendly, and then it goes to bite me, I'll leave.
Yeah, I have had a dog bite me through like anxious. So I had a meet and greet in a field with the dog, and then one meet and greet at the house. And when you're there a bit longer, she's all right then, but you never feel like safe there. You can't sit back on the sofa and relax. I'm always aware of where she is, and she's aware of where I am. So that it's anxious. It's not. It doesn't want to attack me, but it's doing it out of fear. And it was only like a nip on my elbow that bruised me. It wasn't like mauling my arm. So it's kind of, as I do struggle with this, it's like those grey areas.
Yeah.
No, it's not like, right, it's bitten you, that's it, you're not doing the sit. She did nip me, but it wasn't through aggression, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, completely. I get that.
Mm.
I am talking about like if a dog's actually, gone for me. It's not fear. It's just really, really pissed off.
God. Yeah,
And I won't
agree.
do that. But I study. There's another question, and I'll get to that later about those kind of things. But the basic cleaning is I look after what I've done. So if I've been at a sit for longer than a couple of nights, I'll clean the bedding.
Yeah.
Using their washing machine.
Of course.
And their dryer.
Yeah.
And then put that back on. Any pots I've used, I'll hoover up and I'll dust. Wherever I've been, those are the bit. But that's the basics.
Yeah.
I don't go and do a whole house clean or anything like that.
No.
And if they want those kind of things, then you have to agree an hourly rate.
Yes. Yeah.
So you cover what you have basically messed up while you've been there, and that's it. Put it back to what it was before. And if it's a clean house, then it's a clean house. If it's a tip, it goes back to being a tip.
That's what I've done with every other client. I just cleaned up after myself, and I obviously clean up after the dogs, but I think that comes with the territory. I'm doing everything for the dogs and cats or whatever. Yeah,
that's fine. So stick to just looking after the part that you use and just put it back to whatever it was before you basically turned up there. Just keep it at that standard, because that's the standard that they live at. And people, I mean, there's nothing weirder than folk. I've stayed at some right places. I can't begin to tell you the stuff I've seen. So everybody's different. Everybody has a different level of what clean is.
Yeah, with that last one, which I obviously, now she inquires again, I'm going to say I'm fully booked, but like their level of clean is not the same as mine. So the reason I got my partner over to clean and I was doing clean every day is because I knew I had to stay there. So it was for my own sanity,
Yeah, I get that. I get it. You have to, because you don't want to sleep in squalor like that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You'll just not find yourself in that situation again now moving forward. But these are the best things. I mean, I can share. I didn't want to share my terms and conditions with anybody, and I haven't done for so long because I had to go through a lot to get my terms and conditions. Now I'll say to people, I will share them, but one, you have to pay them for them, because I'm saving you so much effort, not just creating them. They mind living through what I've lived through, and sometimes it's good like you've done, to learn yourself. Because you will never put yourself in that position again, and you'll never forget it. And those are the best things. If I give it to anybody and just go, here you are, these are my terms, and they go, okay, that's cool, that saved me some work, and off they go. That if you don't live through some of the situations like you already have done, you will never understand what goes behind that clause and why it's there in the first place.
Yeah, the value of your terms and conditions, because of everything you've experienced, even like that aggressive dog or whatever. I haven't experienced aggressive for being pissed off dog, but that is invaluable to me, because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm with a pissed off dog and it's going to maul me,
It's just it's knowing that, right, okay, if this happens, I am going to do this. I will leave your house, or if this happens, I will do this first, but then I might do this. If it's clear to you, right, this is what I do in this situation, and the client knows I'm going to do it, so then there's no, when it does happen, just say, I'm sorry, your dog's attacked me, it was aggressive, and I have contacted your emergency contact. They are coming in 2 hours, and I'm leaving.
That was one of my mistakes. On my client registration form, I do have in-country emergency contact, but they hadn't filled it out. So that's my fault, because I didn't check it.
You didn't check, I heard that on your voicemail. That's it. So it's things like that. But then when it comes to it, and they turn up and go, hang on a minute, you've got no right to ring my emergency contact. You can't do this, you can't do that. I'd be like, yes, you can, because you've got to sign my terms and conditions.
They're
right here. this is what I'll say I would do in this situation.
Mm.
You can just say it's closed 1.5. That's what I've said. That's
Yeah.
what it's a business. It's a thin line. What I found is this is a thin line between being friendly with someone, because let's face it, we're sleeping in their bed, we're using their bath, we're using their telly, we're sitting on their sofa, we're using all their stuff, which is really personal stuff, yet we don't know them from Adam.
Yeah.
So you've got to be friends with them to a certain level, because it's a weird dynamic to be in, but you've got to be professional as well, so you don't go over a line.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they start treating you like a friend, they will want more and more and more for nothing.
All about that. Yeah.
And then as soon as they don't get what they want, this has happened. As soon as they don't get anything what they want, even though you're sending each other Christmas cards and everything, they'll turn like that.
Yeah.
In a second, and you'll be blindsided by it.
Yeah.
It's happened to me so many times. So I am friendly but professional. It's a thin line.
Yeah, well, this lady, I volunteered with her before, like years ago, 2015 or something. So it was when I first started, like this time last year, I wanted the reviews on Google and Facebook and whatnot. So I was happy to do it for even less than I did it for now. Anyway, and I have like friends, when friends knew other friends I've known for years, but they inquire, like a new inquiry, I like dread it. I don't want friends as my clients. Because it's all that, that again, grey area of, it's awkward, isn't it? It's very awkward.
It is, yeah. I agree.
If she never inquires again, I'd be happy. But then, going forward, I think I don't know, this new one who's been a friend for, God, I don't know, like my whole life. This is my sister's friend who's older than me. Anyway, long story. So I think I've given her like 10% off the day rate, which isn't actually that much. But I was doing more at the beginning, like this time last year. So now, I mean, I'm happy with that. I've been to her house many times because, I've known her my whole life. But yeah, it is. And I think I treated her like any other client. I sent her all the same forms, the T's, the client registration form, everything. So it's just a case of filtering out the friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, but the more you do, the more it's easier just to treat them all like there would be a client, because you are running a business, so it's a business. It's not a charity, it's not a hobby.
No,
it's a business, and then it should be treated like a business, and kind of step away a little bit from it, and not get invested in it. It's hard. I know. I completely get it. It's a lot. It's a lot to do, a lot to think about. People don't see it. They just think, oh, it must be nice sitting in someone else's house and watching telly, and you've got a cute dog on your lap. Nah.
I don't even watch telly at the people's houses. I'm not really into telly anyway, but still, like, I don't. I'm doing other quotes for clients where I'm walking the dogs at least twice a day. By the time you actually live in someone's house is difficult, even if it's clean. Like getting to know use things or know where everything is.
Things, exactly right.
In your whole life to someone else's house, there's all this stuff, and then the paperwork. I do have someone does my website, and he's done a contract for me. But the reason I reached out to you is because I know you have way more information on. He's not in the pet industry, so so that's why I've come for this mentor session, and it's priceless, like I say. But they don't realize.
No, people don't see it.
I had a client the other day they live in a clean house and their dogs like everything to them. But she said, I love my dog so much. I pay more for you to come. So she's my only dog walking / pet sitting clients. I pay more for you an hour than I get paid myself. And then I'm not very quick. I can be quick, but then it don't come out like diplomatically. You've got to be diplomatic. So I was just, I don't know. I said, well, I like having you as my client or something like that. But I'm thinking, maybe you're getting less, but also none of that is, you've already paid your tax. It's like an employment job. You've got nothing else to pay out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People just think if they just think it's easy. They don't realise what's involved in staying in someone else's house.
And I think it's also because there's a lot of people that do it like for, I don't know, maybe 20 quid a night.
Yeah,
for like, you know, they're just on the side.
Yeah, that's it. They're retired and they've got nothing else to do, so they do it for 20 quid. And then when I go and charge my prices, they're like, how dare you charge that much? You must not like pets. And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Horrendous.
Oh, you must not like pets. How can you? That's disgusting, charging that much. I'm like, no, it's just that you can't afford it, so just go away. You're silly. So what was the other stuff?
I think
you said how to get clients and things. You were mentioning that about clients, high-end clients. Well, what I've basically done over the years is stay consistent. So even when I started, I was charging probably 30 quid a day when I started. About 18 years ago. Now you've asked for my rates. My rates start at 120 quid a day.
Yeah.
And that's for during the day and overnight. That's for one dog. And even when I was charging £30 a day, or I'm charging £120 a day, my process and my business, how I speak to everybody, stays exactly the same.
Yeah.
So even though I've got clients that have been with me for 10 years, I've got more friendly with them. But they still get sent a quote, even though they could tell me my prices. They still get a quote. They still get the terms and conditions. They still get an invoice. They've still got to tell me what the client details are, where they live, and everything like that. They've got to confirm all that stuff, so they know that they've got a process to follow, and it's methodical. So I keep it always the same, so they know that every time they book with me, they're going to get sent this and sent this and sent that, and it's going to be a certain way, and it feels safe, and you're trusted. You don't miss any gaps out just because they've been with you for so long. And things like what people like to see is if you share stuff on Facebook, social media, things what'll help is have a post about what you do, what you offer. Show them what dog you're looking after at the time, what its name is, how old it is, things like that. And then also do a personal post, because people like to see or hear about the person they're going to let into their house.
Right.
So you're staying in their bed, so they'd like to know a little bit about you. That could just be what your hobbies are, what you used to do before this. Very simple, basic, just talking to a camera. You could just be out walking a dog and just say, oh, while I'm out here, I'll just say that I used to do this before I started walking this, and I used to do that, or why you started. They like to know any of that. So a mixture of professional posts and then more personal. That's when you'll get people interested in you and not just another sitter. Because, as you know, there are thousands of them now.
Yeah.
Thousands of sitters.
Yeah. I have a question about so for one dog, it's a lot more involved than just a cat, isn't it? So I do have one client that's just a cat, so I'm charging him a bit less because I know it's the same time, and Isabel said, but you're giving the same amount of time. But I feel like, I don't know, would someone pay you 120 quid a day for one cat? Because I can leave him, I can walk up a dog, so I can.
What's the difference? What's the difference in price that you charge?
Not much. I think it's like maybe 28 quid.
Right. So what would you do? You stay during the day and overnight? Is that what you do? Same service as me?
Like 24/7. But this cat, for example, lives 5 minutes away from my house, and then I've only got 2 dog walking clients. One's like a friend, and then the other one as well, the really lovely client. Well, I don't want dog walkers, but the client was just a pet sitter, and she only wants me to walk her dog because they like me so much. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then the other one's a friend, so a bit more flexible with him. So
what do you charge? Sorry, what do you charge for looking after a dog during the day and overnight?
125.
Right, you're doing well then. Charge up more than me, and I've been going this long.
I got that from Isabel actually. So she charges the same as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
But then the like hourly rate is like 16.50 or 15 for the friend. The friend basically lives right next door to my partner, so it's like no trouble for me whatsoever. Anyway, so if I had the cat, for example, and I had both, well, I never get both of them every day, never, which is good. But it would be like 90 something. I'm shit at math. Anyway, minus 28 quid off 125.
Yeah, okay.
93. And
Yeah.
then like 216, 115. But anyway, it's like 100 and I don't know, it might be 130. Oh, something like that.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's feasible. But if it's a cat that lives 2 hours away, you know, at the like Land's End or something, then it's not feasible for me to. And I will get people that say, well, it's just a cat and you can leave them all day. But our business.
Yes, but you can.
We're not
Well,
leaving them, are we?
You've still got to cover your time, haven't you? You've still got to be around. Yeah, when I charge £120, I don't work it on an hourly rate. There's a nothing. It's great that you get your money. And I'm not talking about your prices. What I find with Facebook groups is people say, right, well, if I charged £50 a day, then that's nowhere near minimum daily hourly rate.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near minimum.
Neither is 125.
Sorry?
Neither is 125 or 20 or whatever. If you like compare it to 12.85 an hour for minimum wage times by a 12-hour shift, which doesn't include overnight, that's 144 already.
I get that.
Yeah.
The thing is, the one basic thing is there is no such thing as a minimum rate.
Yeah, it's not.
You are now self-employed.
Yeah.
So if I was on minimum daily rate, it would be brilliant. It would be great. It would be absolutely fantastic because I'd be on nearly 200 quid a day.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be great. I wouldn't get any work. I'd barely get any work.
Yeah.
But it would be brilliant to be on £200 a day. Now, a lot of these startup cities, they might be like 20 years old, 21 years old, and it might be like, I don't know, 11 quid an hour. So they go, okay, well, I'm there for like 10 hours. That's 11 times 10. And I'm like, no. You cannot pull through the benefits of being employed like a minimum hourly rate and bring it through to self-employment. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
There is no minimum. There is no safety net. Yeah. Also, there is no limit. So that because you've not got your safety net anymore, you're not employed anymore, you're self-employed. So you've got no safety net, but you've got no limit either. So when you're employed, you'll be in a grade or something, grade 6, and you'll be on 20 to 24 grand.
Yeah.
You've no longer got this 24 maximum. Yeah. You can go as high as you want. That's the difference. So even though it would be perfect to base your prices on a hourly minimum rate, it doesn't pull through when you're self-employed. However, if you are getting clients that are accepting your prices, then that's totally fine. That's totally fine. The average person who's been going a couple of years has got the qualifications that I would get myself. You're looking at 60 quid a day, 70 quid a day. Yeah. For 19 hours work out of 24. You're allowed to leave. The average is leaving about 4 or 5 hours a day to do your own stuff.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the time, you're usually there during the day and overnight. That's the basics. That's the basics. So if an average is on 60, then this is why my prices are like classed as double or the higher part of the thing, because I've been going for so long.
Yeah, of course. When I first started, I think I charged was 70 for one client.
Yeah.
I know it's only a year ago, but I mean, now I've with that hellhole last week, but I've been to other places as well that are, you know, just very doggy, don't have fleas or nothing. But I mean, you know, it is quite, with my health condition, I know you have a health condition as well, like it's a lot of extra. It's not worth, because I know I won't sleep. I take my own pillows, my own bed, everything, but I have a sleep condition. And then I was getting to the point of like, it's not worth £70 a night. It's not worth keep going, because once you've paid out that guy does my website, the accountant, any kind of anything, you're not getting, it's not worth it.
No, it's not. It's that's why a lot of them last for a couple of years and then just don't do it, because they don't realise what the work's involved.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I did it. I didn't have any of this set up or nothing. I was just doing it. I found someone found me on Facebook or whatever. It was a really nice house. It was a famous actor and all this. He was lovely. The wife was turned on me, like you said. Your stories about people turning on you. So she was really nice. And then they had this mouse that they'd rescued. It was a wild mouse. Well, I don't agree with that anyway, but whatever. It like had a mouse palace, and she said to me, "You won't see it because they're nocturnal. Don't worry about it. Just top up the water and the food." And that's what I did the whole time. Bear in mind, she's got 4 dogs and 5 cats, of which one a special needs dog with like a cliff palate and whatnot. Anyway, I walked them every day at the beach, and like utmost care for all of them that I could. And I was really upset because then they were paying 50% before the sit, and then after the sit they were paying the rest. Now I get them to pay up front straight away. She was then like, the mouse is dehydrated. It's just as important to me as any of the other animals, even though she's a wild animal. I'm going to write a bad review on, if you press for this money, I'm going to write a bad review. Oh, it was just horrendous, really horrible messages as well. Like that was just the basics of it. I couldn't tell you how. And then I didn't sleep all night. At the time I was having physiotherapy because I just had a spinal operation. And then I was like, this isn't even worth. She was paying £100 a night, I think, but I was like, this is not worth it. Just let them go. Just accept the fact they're not going to pay you the full rate, and run a million miles.
Yeah, I get it. I completely get it. It's surprising how people can turn. And I mean, you've done what she said, so that's the end of it. It could just be that the fact that she weren't there and the mouse has got a flipping tiz on, and he says, "I'm not to drink," and that's the flipping bloody mouse's fault, not yours.
But at that point, I didn't have a contract, so there was nothing legally binding. So that was the lesson there. Then I had got this guy on board. But yeah, it was horrendous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm going to write a book. I'm writing a book.
Yeah, it's another source of income.
It is another source of income, right?
It's like if you like.
Oh right, I'm going. So we basically said keep reliable, consistent, trustworthy, and everything to get you good clients. Like I say, share personal and professional posts, that kind of thing. You asked about discounts. No.
Yeah,
don't offer discounts. The only thing is you change the word. You don't offer a discount, you offer something else. So say they book for 14 days or for 10 days or more, you could offer them something else, like, I don't know, brush the dog or something extra, something like that. If
I'm doing that anyway.
Yeah, well, don't because there'll be some people. Yeah, I'm nearly done. That's really... asking me if I drink. I'll just go a couple more minutes with you. Yeah, they often don't be brushing the dogs and bathing the dogs and things like that. You're not there for that. You're basically there to keep the animals alive.
Yeah,
that's your job. Very basic. That's your job.
Yeah.
So if they book for 10 days or more, you could just say, I will offer to brush your dog or something like that, or I don't know, an extra dog walk, something like that. You could do something like that. Think of something you could offer them extra to get the longer sit, rather than reduce your value in your prices.
Yeah, that's really, really good advice.
So that's how to think about it. Courses, pet sitting diploma, I can share links, and a pet first aid, unless you've already got one.
I got that.
Right. So there's dog behaviour courses, cat behaviour courses. They're really good because you'll figure out what the dog and the cats are telling you. You might already know this during a pet meet, and you'll figure out what they're saying at a sit when you're there. So you'll be able to go into a room and you'll be able to figure out, oh, that dog's not happy with me, or it wants distance. So anything like that, where you can say, you can then start posting about it. I've got this qualification. I've studied this. It took me this long. I've learnt this, and this. Anything to make you stand out.
Yeah, definitely.
So do them.
We've talked about day rate.
Sorry about day rate. And then you asked about the contract. That's all in what I call my T's and C's, terms and conditions. So that's in the offer from the beginning. You asked about my top tips. I have put together a document that's called TTT, which is top 10 tips.
Okay.
And some of them you've probably already done because you've been going a year. But there's some might be that you might not have thought of, or it might just be a reminder of something that you've thought of but maybe not got around to or something. So I'll send you that for free.
Oh, thank you so much.
So you can have the top 10 tips for free. So basically I shall follow up. I don't normally do a follow-up. This is why I record, because I've got everything already. It saves me doing a follow-up report. But what I will do is send you a basic email saying this is what you'll get in my terms and conditions. They're both offers. It's up to you if you want any of them. I'll send you links to the courses that I think will do you good, and the top 10 tips document. I'll send you a copy of that. It's PDF. You just download it. And a review, please, would be awesome.
Yes, of course. Because I looked on your website. What's the best? So for me, I have Google. I'm trying to get them up at the moment. I have a few on Facebook, but I don't know. What do people look at? Which is the best one for me to post on for you?
For me to have a review?
Yeah.
Well, I've only just started. I've only just got Octopus Moon. Octopus Moon is a mentoring. City for Pets is my pet business. My own City for Pets pet business. Octopus Moon is the mentoring side, and I have just got Octopus Moon, or OM for short, on Google. Okay, so actually it would be really good if you could actually if I'll send you the link. If you send the actual first ever review on my Google My Business on Octopus Moon, that'd be awesome.
Oh, I definitely will do that. I know how important, how it makes me feel.
So if you're asking anybody for a review, if you've already got your profile on Google My Business, or whatever they call it now, ask them to create a review on there, because Google, when people search, will bring up your profile. Facebook won't. Facebook will do whatever they want. You're tied to them. Google is outside of that, and so your reviews will stay on there no matter what Facebook decide to do.
Brilliant. And the last question: what about Trustpilot review? Do they?
Yeah, you can do that. I've got reviews on Facebook, Trustpilot, and Google My Business. Get some on Google My Business first.
Yeah, I've got 19 on there, I think.
So keep doing that, and then Trustpilot. They're fine, right? But it's faffy, and it's not easy to do.
No,
it's Trustpilot Business rather than just Trustpilot, and they can be a bit funny. You can't just share your profile. They want you to add like a plugin into your website. Your website designer will know. Because from there they have to click on it, and then they verify the reviews. You see, they don't just let anybody put a review on. So they want it to be a certain way. They won't let you just share a profile. It's not easy. They make it really awkward for some unknown reason. So if Google and Facebook reviews are working for you, stick to them for just a little bit longer, maybe another 6 months.
Okay.
And then if you still want Trustpilot, then look at Trustpilot. It can be done. I've done it. I've learnt myself. You can do it.
Do you have to pay or is there like a service fee?
No, I don't think I should pay for Trustpilot now.
Oh, that's good. I didn't think there would be, but just in case.
No, I don't pay for it. They're just a bit of a faff.
Yeah.
But Google, build up your Google ones.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much. I think you've been super informative, which is great, and I'm very interested in your terms and conditions, because I've been living hell for the last 10 days previous.
Great. Well, because you've asked for them, I've actually put them together basically for you,
Okay.
And
great.
then what I've done is I thought, right, well, I know you'll benefit, so I might as well bite the bullet and just go, oh, okay, look, I'll share them, because I'd rather people learn from my mistakes, but I just do need people to understand why, you know, they're costing something. I can't keep giving stuff away for free.
Of course not.
So
No.
you will definitely benefit. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I know it's 59 quid, but I can't tell you, they're worth a lot more. But people will just see the 59 and won't pay that, you see. So
Yeah, but if someone was say to me when I was living that life like a week ago, I'll give you bloody 60 quid or whatever to get out of here, I would have fucking take the 60 quid, excuse my
yeah,
language, but like,
yeah, no,
I'll
I get it.
pay
I
60
get it.
quid
And
and be out of it.
that's just one clause. So if you
Mm.
think of all the other stuff that I'm saving you from
Yeah,
thinking about in future, I can't tell you. But trying
and
to get it across to people, not like you, but people that haven't had any problems whatsoever, and everything's cute and fluffy. Trying to get them to understand to spend 60 quid, not going to happen.
no. Well, I
So I
don't know.
need people like you. I'll show you the other stuff.
Mm,
If you can give me a review about this,
of course, I got
and then you decide which one you want, and then review me on the T's and C's, then from someone that's been there and done it, you'll be able to much better articulate the value of them.
Yes, definitely. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your
Oh,
time.
you're welcome. You're
Uh,
welcome.
yeah, if you send me all that information, you just send
Yeah,
it
I'll
out.
send it in an email. I'll send it in an email.
And the
Not
other
a
thing
problem.
is, well, I suppose it's people that I don't know, they just do it for 20 to 40 quid a night, whatever. If they haven't set it up like a business, like what you trust in that 60 quid, whatever, you can claim it back against the tax. But people that are not running it as a business, they don't understand that. They haven't got
No,
to
no, they don't.
you know what I mean? So it's
No.
just tax I would have paid anyway. So oh yeah, on that note, when I pay the 59 and this 25, whatever, can you write a little invoice so then I can
Yeah,
send it
yeah,
to my accountant or something? Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. I'll do that. I'll sort that out for you.
Great.
Not a
Thank you so
problem.
much.
It'll come from Octopus Moon, but yeah, I shall send it to you.
Great. So yes, have a lovely afternoon, rest of your weekend.
Thank you. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.